Urban, you guys have been in interesting recruiting situations where you're involved with trying to flip prospects, and then your prospects who are committed are trying to be flipped from other programs. I was wondering, you guys, I can't even think of maybe one that you've had flipped out of your class. You guys have done a very good job of taking prospects and then keeping the ones that are being recruited by others in your class. When a prospect's committed to you, what is the strategy? How have you been so successful in keeping a commitment once you've got it?
I think it's our players, and I think it's our players' families. Why is Ohio State doing very well? It's a great place, and the culture is very good, and our kids love to go to school here and compete. And we try to tell them to hold off on committing too. A lot of the players try to commit right out of the jump, and you take your time, because those are the ones that often say, now I got to rethink this thing through, when they start taking visits, and that's just, that's part of the game though. And we don't try to be over forceful one way or the other. I always make sure, are you sure you want to do this? Well, I'm kind of sure. Well, don't hold off. We're not a very pushy program. Does that make sense?
It does. But there are times where there's maybe 3 programs in college football that can offer what you guys offer, from top to bottom. When one of those programs, like Alabama, for instance, comes in here, is it different? How do you handle that when, it's one thing to say Ohio State's a great place, but there are a few other programs that are on par with what you guys have.
It's player to player, and you've probably heard of some of them, and maybe some of you haven't heard of those kind of battles. Just honesty is the best policy, and do the very best you can. Try to do. The recruiter has a hell of a responsibility, the position coach, and obviously me, to make sure you maintain a great relationship.